What's up, Internet? It's Dylan Alexander. Fellas, stop letting women play games with you. You guys are tolerating too much BS from women for whatever reason. It doesn't even matter the reason, but you gotta stop tolerating that, man. It's watering down our manhood, it's watering down our God-given authority, and women are just having a ball with us, just playing games, running laps around a lot of you guys. Me personally, I've been there, I've done that. I've been the certified lover boy who just accepts the BS because I want a chick in particular and tolerate her BS, hoping that that she'll accept me because I'm tolerating her BS. We've all been there. I'm not here to shame you, but I'm just here to slap you upside the back of your head and say, hey man, cut that out, man. As a fellow man, we got to cut that out because the more of us that keep accepting that behavior, the more it's going to keep running rampant. And yeah, we gotta slap these simps upside the head and knock it off. Simping is a big epidemic that's going on right now. I'm sure you guys know. And, if you don't know what simping is, essentially it's being a sucker, right? You're being a sucker for women because you think she looks good and you got these fantasies in your mind about being with this particular woman. And we've all been there, like I said. But there comes a point as a man where you have to learn to respect yourself way more than you are. When you value yourself, it's really hard to accept terrible behavior from women. And I've noticed, man, I've been really getting back in the field, getting on my, hollering at women every day, getting numbers, this and that. And it's just it just always fascinates me whenever I see the games coming. When I see the women playing games, they're getting ready to do some BS. And it never ceases to amaze me how you'll have a good conversation with the woman, things will be seeming to go smooth, and then suddenly you start to progress things to try to, make things go in your favor and possibly see if you and this woman can take things to the next level. And suddenly she starts playing games. And as soon as I see that, I'm done. I'm out. She's gone. No toleration. I have no patience for that because I already know what's going to happen. She wants things in her court. She wants control. And this is her form of having power, right? In the dynamic of the relationship. They say this is a man's world. And to an extent it is, right? Men, we kind of run things. We built all this infrastructure and buildings and, we got, things kind of run in our favor. Sure, that's fine. But that's not to say women, it's not like women have no power or no authority in the world. They have no say-so in the world. But, because of this power that men have had for centuries and millennia, they're really good at just manipulating in such a way that you don't even see it happening. It's really slick and sly. And as a man, you have to, now this is some deep game I'm about to drop on you, but you kind of have to tap into your inner feminine, right? And what I mean by that is, if you look at the yin and yang symbol, right? You have the white and the black side. They're split in half. And on the white side, you have a little bit of that black in the white. And on the black side, you have that little bit of white in the black, right? Now follow me. So the white and the black represents masculine and feminine, right? But so say you have the white side, that's the masculine, the yang. But in that masculine, there's a tiny drop of feminine in there. And as men, we have to be able to tap into that tiny bit of feminine that's in our psyche to understand women. When you really understand women and where they're coming from, it gives you kind of an edge when dealing with women and seeing the BS that they're talking about. And same thing for women. You have that little bit of masculinity that you can tap into to understand men, right? But I'm really talking to the men right now. So you have to tap into that little bit of femininity that's in your spirit so you can really understand what these women are on, you see. And shout out to Pimp God, man. He put me onto this game. It's really powerful. It's called your anima. It's like a psychology thing. Anima and animus. Men, we have our anima, it's that tiny black dot, and women got the animus, the tiny white dot for them. But when you tap into this inner feminine, your anima, it's kind of like God. It's like a little inner voice inside of you that you can tap into and refer to whenever you're dealing with women or really life. And you can see if a woman is on BS, you can read between the lines, right? Because we know women are not straightforward. They're very passive. They won't tell you things straight up. So a lot of men, they just don't see the BS that women are playing on them, because men, we're just straightforward. We're like, hey, I want to go here. Let's go here. I'm not feeling you anymore. I'm cutting you off, right? We're straight to the point. Whereas women will beat around the bush and they'll kind of have you trying to guess what they're talking about. But when you are tapped in with that inner animal, your inner feminine, you can really read between the lines and you can ask your inner feminine, like, man, what's going on with this woman? And your inner animal, your inner feminine will say, she's on bullshit. Get rid of her. She's playing games. And it's really powerful, man. It's like a superpower. You got to really tap into it. You really got to listen to that intuition, right? So it's basically intuition. And it will save you so much time and headaches when it comes to these women, man. You'll see right through them like glass. And yeah, man, it'll save you guys a lot of stress. Because I see a lot of guys going through it, man. Dudes off themselves over stuff like this. They get so attached to a woman that's not even feeling them, right? Like this woman, she's not even digging you, and you're like already committed to her, And once you're at that point, she's just, she got you wrapped around her fingers and dragging you through the mud. And I don't want to see that for you guys, man. Like men, we forget how powerful we are when we truly value ourselves and the things that we bring to the world and to the relationship. So I just want to remind you guys of that. I want to drop that game on you, man, and just remind you that these women are 10 steps ahead of a lot of us if you're not sharp. If you're not using your mind, if you're not thinking, if you're not tapping into your inner anima. And we got to spread this to the men of the world because, like I mentioned, there's a simping epidemic going on. I mean, guys they're paying for OnlyFans. There's guys out here just paying women just after they post pictures on Instagram. Like women are telling us this. They're like, dudes are like paying women just because she posted a photo of her behind or her twerking or something. And dudes are like, man, that was so good. Here's $100. Like, I can't personally imagine doing that, but there's dudes out here doing that because they're just down bad. Dudes out here got money. Dudes work their butt off their whole life getting bread, taking so much time out of their life, sacrificing, going hard in the paint to build the life of their dreams, only to become a trick, only to become a dude that's out here paying women to sleep with them, And sometimes not even to sleep with them, right? Sometimes just to get a woman's attention. Dudes are just paying for that. And shout out to the women doing that, man. You women are having their way. If dudes are willing to do that, hey, I'm not mad at the women. They're taking advantage. You know, if there's a sucker, you know, hey, people get scammed every day. It is what it is. You know, if you fall for that, you deserve it. But I'm just here for the ones that are just tired of like going through the BS and they're looking for a way out. They're looking for like, man, what is going on? I'm here to tell you, man, you got to get sharper. You got to tap into that inner animal, your inner feminine, to read these women, man, to get you out of being manipulated, right? Shoot, be the one that's manipulating them. Flip the script on them, right? That's what the pimping does. Shout out to the pimping, man. Pimpology, study that. Yeah. I'm not saying that you have to necessarily put a woman on the blade or whatnot, but shoot, get sharp. Man, get active in your mind, man. Think ahead of these women, man. Think 10 steps ahead of them. They're 10 steps ahead of you. Get 10 steps ahead of them. Now, and especially being a man, the way we think with the power of logic, the power of real emotional intelligence, that's a whole nother topic that the homie Pimp God really touched on. I'm gonna probably tap on that in a future video, which emotional intelligence kind of ties into the inner feminine, the anima. And it's more powerful than logic, but it's not emotion either, which is what women, they run emotion. But emotional intelligence is like a whole nother stratosphere of intelligence that if we tap into, it's the highest form of intelligence. And from that point, you're making everything about you. Your life is totally in control. You are living the life of your dreams. You're the ultimate authority, and it's nobody higher than you except the Most High, God, right? So it's really powerful stuff, man. The mind is a powerful thing, and we have to really be able to tap into its full capabilities to get the most out of this life and not waste time being suckered into these BS games that a lot of women are playing nowadays. You know, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably see it, but man, a lot of these women, they just play game. It's like and they call it game because it is a game. It's like fun to them to play with you guys. And they text each other like, oh, look what I did to this one. You in a group chat getting like screenshots of your text. Look how I ghosted this guy. He just fell for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? You guys are out here they're playing with you, man. Stop letting them play with you. Set some standards for your life, man. Give yourself some principles that you absolutely will not break. These are rules in your life that you abide by and you stand firm on. And as soon as somebody comes into your life trying to have you break these principles, these laws that you've set for yourself, you cut them out, because that's above everything. Not some woman that you just met just because she's pretty or whatever fantasy you've created in your mind about her. Man, that means nothing. There's billions and billions of women out here, literally billions with a B, not just millions. Even millions is plenty, but billions of women are out here for the taking. And there's plenty of them that are looking for what you have to bring to the table. And I'm just here to remind you of that. So stop settling for the BS, right? And I really hope this message hits a lot of you guys, because it'll help to slow down this simp epidemic, because it's out of control. You know, there's no reason why, as a solid man that has a lot to offer, there's no reason why I have to approach and talk to 100 women to only get maybe one that's like on the program. It's gonna follow what I have to offer, right? That's how it is, though. The numbers are like that. It's that bad out here, especially in America. You have to talk to 100 women to get one. That's the ratio. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what even high level dudes are seeing. It's just what it is, you know, because women just think that most of us are suckers and they're just playing with you. But there's good ones out here. But unfortunately, you got to run through a whole heck of a lot of them, right? So that's my message for today. I really hope this registers with you guys, and let's just cut this simping epidemic down a bit, man. There's always going to be suckers, but let's just cut it down a bit, man. Let's get a lot of men more on game, man. Let's get a lot more men to stop tolerating the BS, man, because I'm just not dealing with it, man. And so I want these women to have nobody to manipulate, like very few. I want them to be struggling to play games and get back on a real G's program. You dig? But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.